Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott, and today in the Prog Corner, it's the letter G. Can I do a G? That looks like a G, right? We're doing the letter G. Oh, yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And, yeah, I got a lot of G's here, so we might as well just get started right now with Peter Gabriel 1, the Car album. And Peter Gabriel 2, Scratch. Of course, Peter Gabriel 3, Melt. My favorite Peter Gabriel album, Security. Number 4, love it. Such a great album. And then it went all commercial, but it was still a good album. So, I like it. Not bad at all. Let's see what we got. Galaxy. I don't know much about these guys. I think they're an American prog band, I think. I don't know where they're from. I should know, but I don't. Gang of Four, Entertainment. Probably my favorite debut album of all time. So good. And the follow-up, Solid Gold, almost as good. Okay, and then out of Norway, I got one Gazpacho album. I need them all. I love Gazpacho, but Night's probably my favorite. Anyway, I'll pick those up eventually. All right, what do we got here next? A little band called Genesis. We got the debut album. Yeah, we got Trespass. We got Nursery Crime. Let me pull out some more Genesis here out of the stack. Oh, yeah, here we go. And then we got Foxtrot. Of course we got Foxtrot. Then we got this cool Best of Genesis double album, which is basically Nursery Crime and Foxtrot put together. Love it. I had the cassette of that. Genesis Live, R.I.P. Richard McPhail just died. And yeah, this little bit here on the back, Peter Gabriel talking about Phil as if he were already dead, but he just died over the last weekend. Selling England by the Pound, a lot of people's favorite. The Lamb, my favorite. They lose Gabriel and they come out with a masterpiece, Trick of the Tail, and another masterpiece, Wind and Wuthering. And then the EP was awesome. 3-song EP, Spot the Pigeon. I like all 3 of these songs. They're fantastic. And then the Steve Hackett era ends, and you've got And Then There Were 3. Good album. Little better album is Duke, I think. Little bit more personality there. They kind of figured out who they wanted to be. Seconds Out, considered by many the greatest live album ever. Abacab, considered by many to be Genesis' worst. I like Abacab. Sue me. I think it's a good album. 3 sides live. The US version was actually 3 sides, and the UK version had a 4th side of studio stuff. Shapes, self-titled, whatever you want to call it. The Genesis album, fantastic. Invisible Touch, nothing but hit after hit after hit on that. Then we got a couple more Genesis albums. Yeah, we do. You know what they are. Yeah, We Can't Dance. Not a great album, a little bit long. Would have been better if it were a little shorter, I think. And their final album, Calling All Stations. Yeah, Ray Wilson did a good job, but yeah, not a great album. Okay, what's next? Oh, I think you know what's next, boys and girls. I think you do. It's Gentle Giant time. We got the debut. Acquiring the Taste. 3 Friends, US version. 3 Friends, the UK version. Octopus, the Roger Dean version. And the US version. Not nearly as good. I know some people like the Jar cover. Come on, man. You had Roger Dean. It's ridiculous. Album that wasn't released in the US until later on in a glass house. Just amazing. The Power and the Glory. Their political album, if you will. My favorite Gentle Giant album is Freehand. I love it. It's perfect. They came up with another great album with Interview. And then things got a little bit weird, but beforehand they put out an amazing live album, Playing the Fool, perhaps my favorite live album of all time. I think it is. I really do. Missing Piece, good album, not great. And their worst album by far, Giant for a Day. Actually not as bad as I remembered. There's some songs on here I like, particularly on side 1. And the career closer, Civilian, What a dynamite album. Just love it. Really, really good. That's it for Gentle Giant. Okay. Let's grab another stack. Let's grab another stack of records and see what we got here, shall we, boys and girls? Next up, we've got Ghost. This is their latest album, Impera. And then I've got the EP that had the Genesis cover on it. This is all covers, I think. But Jesus, He Knows Me is on here. Very cool. David Gilmour, his first solo album. And About Face. Good album. I like the first one a little bit better. Here's an album not enough people know about. The band is called Girls. Really hard band to Google, right? But this is the one, man. This is the one. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Check it out. Absolutely amazing. Jangle pop, indie, alternative with mellotrons, whatever. It's incredible. All right, next up, Nidrolog with Lady Lake. Amazing album. I want their first album. The album cover is not nearly as good, but the music is. Goblin. I need more Goblin in my life. I just have Roller. Good album. I love it. Okay, Godspeed You Black Emperor, another band. I just have this one. I want more. I want them all. I love Godspeed. I think they're incredible. They've never put out a bad album, right? I don't think they have. Gong, my favorite of the modern era gongs. This one is called The Universe Also Collapses. The first one with the Kavis Cherobi in charge of the band. Just incredible. Grand Funk Railroad, Mark Don and Melt. Love them. Big fan. I'll always love them. Grateful Dead, American Beauty. It was at Target. It was cheap. And Terrapin Station, which is an amazing album. Very prog, of course. Especially side 2, right? All right, and then we got, all right, we're doing some Green Day here next. I know some people don't like the Green Day, but I do. I like the Green Day. What do we got here? We got, let's go in order. I got Dookie. Of course I got Dookie. Insomniac. Very good album. I really do like it. Nimrod. Had some good songs on it. Warning. Underrated album, very good, but yeah, their best album is American Idiot. Their proggiest album, almost prog, kind of prog, right? All right, just got a couple more things here. Well, we got a lot more things actually, but we'll get to that in a second because there's a band out of Dayton, Ohio that's got a whole bunch to contribute to this video. How about a little Greta Van Fleet? Yeah, why not? I like them. Grizzly Bear. Oh, this is a great album. Vekatomist or whatever it's called. Fantastic. I love it. How about a little bit of Grobschnitt? I need more of these guys. German prog band. Very good. Griffin. Yeah, I want more Griffin in my life. I sure do. GTR. Their one and only album. I don't like it much at all. The best of the Guess Who. Absolutely. Gotta have the Guess Who in tow. I'm going to go a little out of order here. I got 2 more, and then we'll get to the Guided by Voices collection. Gun, their debut album with the Roger Dean cover. One of the first Roger Dean covers, actually. And a great band out of Minnesota called Gypsy. That put out a few albums and were very cool, kind of progressive folk, but I like them quite a bit. Now let's get into that G, the big chunk of G, which is Guided by Voices. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about these. I'm waiting on one more. They're reissuing the Tonics and Twisted Chaser album. So as soon as I get that in, I'm going to be re-ranking the Guided by Voices albums, but here they are chronologically. First up is The Box, which had the first 4 albums. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, here we go. The first album, Devil Between My Toes. Amazing. I love it. Cyclops, so good. The second album, Sandbox. I don't like it as much. Probably my least favorite Guided by Voices album, but whatever. Their third album, Self-Inflicted Aerial Nostalgia. Real good. That's where they kind of started sounding like Guided by Voices. Same place The Fly got smashed. Incredible concept album. I love it. Then this is King Shite and the Golden Boys, which is kind of like a compilation. And then we get propeller. No, I don't have one of those fancy original propellers. This is a reissue. I don't have an extra $6,000 lying around for that. You people are crazy, by the way. Bob Pollard, if you're watching, I know you've got like 10 copies of propeller. You need to send one to your boy in Bell Fountain. Vampire on Titus, so good, so ugly, recorded so badly, but the songs are so good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, then we get to my favorite, B1000, with the Robert Pollard signature. Sure, why not? Alien Lanes, my wife's favorite Guided by Voices album, and we met because of Guided by Voices. I am married to my beautiful wife because of Robert Pollard and Guided by Voices. Thank you very much. Under the Bushes, Under the Stars. Oh, so good, it hurts. Then their prog masterpiece, Mag Earwig. Yeah, this is a prog album. Absolutely, this is a prog album. And then Do the Collapse, the Rick Ocasek produced Do the Collapse. I love it. Probably my third favorite Guided by Voices album. His breakup album, his divorce album, Isolation Drills. Fabulous. Then he gets back with Matador. Does Universal Truths and Cycles, Earthquake Glue, and then this one here, Half Smiles with the Decomposed. And then the band breaks up for a while, right? They're gone for like 8 years or something like that. I don't know how long. It was like 8 years, I guess. And then they come back. Yeah, Let's Eat the Factory. It's a good album. Not a great album. Class Clown Spots a UFO, a little bit better. Little tighter, but then they figured it out on the third reunion album. Oh yeah, man. The Bears for Lunch. Fantastic album. I love it so much. And then they came out with Motivational Jumpsuit, another great album. English Little League, which I don't like as much. I think it's good, but not great. And then the run ended with Cool Planet. Kevin Marsh back in the band. I'm not crazy about this one. I think they kind of dialed it in. And then there's this one, Please Be Honest, which is it's called a Guided by Voices album, but it's a solo album. It's only Robert Pollard doing all the instruments, all the singing, everything. I don't like it that much, actually. It's not great. But then they decided they were going to get back together again, a whole new lineup, and they have been so uber prolific. These last like 17 albums are just amazing. Yeah, it's all started with August by Cake, a double album with everybody in the band writing and singing. That didn't last long. No, it did not. How Do You Spell Heaven? Back to a single album with all Pollard songs. And they did a live album, Ogre's Trumpet. Oh, and then the best of this new version, Space Gun. What a masterpiece. I love this album. So good. Then the double album, Zeppelin Over China. A lot of great tracks on here, absolutely. And then they go to little shorter, snappier little songs for this, kind of old school GBV, Warp and Woof. And then we get Sweating the Plague. I really like this one. Surrender Your Poppy Fields. I think I like this one even better. Oh, and then Mirrored Aztec. This album is fantastic. Great artwork, great album, so good. Let's see, we only got a few more. Yeah, we got like 6 more, I think, something like that. Next up is Styles We Paid For. And then we got Earthman Blues, another fantastic album, a concept album. I love it, highly recommended. It's Not Them. It couldn't be them. It is them. Scalping the Guru, which is another compilation of older stuff, like old EPs and stuff, 7 inches. They put on a 12-inch finally. Incredibly great. Crystal Nuns Cathedral, another really underrated album from them. Tremblers and Goggles by Rank. Weird name, weird album cover, but I really like it. Then we get La La Land and Welsh Pool Frillies and Nowhere to Go But Up. And finally, their last album, which I really like, The Strut of Kings. And that, my friends, that is your G's. Oh, yeah. Dominated by Genesis, gentle giant, and guided by voices, obviously. Anyway, Sunday, boys and girls, we got a good show for you guys. Oh, it's going to be amazing. We've got the great Pete Pardo coming on this show right here, talking about the great Uriah Heep. So that's Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. It's going to be awesome. I just can't wait to talk about the mighty Uriah Heep with you guys. It's going to be a great show. And then the next Sunday, the 15th, we've got a special episode where we're unveiling the new Myth of Logic album. We're going to play the whole thing. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be a simulcast with Prog Radio. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. And then the Sunday after that, man, you got to mark your calendars for these Sunday prog streams because they're getting real good. Sunday, September 22nd. We've got Harry Whitley from Asia, the brand new lead singer for Asia, is going to be on this show. And yeah, we're talking about Asia. We're going to be ranking our top 10 Asia tracks. So yeah, Sundays are just loaded. We're going to have so many great episodes for you guys Sunday. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East. Free Tibet. Free the Ukraine. Free Willie. Well, don't free Willie. Nobody wants to see that. And God save the king. Save King Chucky. Oh, that boy could use your saving right now. Make him swim. He's going to swim to America. Oh, yeah, he is. Bring that boy over here because we got everything he needs right over here. We got them good doctrines. We got them good pastors. We'll do some good pastoring on him, laying some hands. The healing hands of the faithful going on that boy. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to do spells and incantations. That ain't going to work. But you know what will work? It always works every single time. Hey, Billy Bob. Bust out them snakes. We're going to dance with them rattlesnakes. Oh, no, where are they? They're invisible snakes today, but they got a good bite to them. Oh, boy, I'll see you guys Sunday. Peace.